just admit it. You guys are trying to taint the minds.
What?
Of all
I
of
am
the
actually. I
innocent.
am. I'm
You were
because
so
I
anti
didn't
them.
even want to get married.
You were anti all of it.
Oh, wow.
There's no time and only room for error.
And what does he grab?
Grabbed a 3-book collection of Amelia Bedelia.
I really saw how damaging Hollywood can be.
We were literally a part of the rise of the creator.
And now this is my reality.
It's not as if you've been consistently single. You've been very much the opposite in the sense that you were engaged.
Oh my gosh, Joey! I'm telling you, your
Joey,
mind
just
is
don't-
way
yeah.
crazier than any
That
of
was
these books.
red flag.
I'm Mr. Kate.
Well, cuddle with us.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Joey. I mean, we're gonna get honest.
Can't believe we've been together for 20 years.
Let's talk about it. Creativity is not a skill; it's a way of life.
Come well, cuddle with us.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
To Rug Cuddle with Us.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. This
Wow.
is so exciting. I'm Kate.
I'm Joey.
This is the podcast where we just explore being a creative weirdo and what that means in every aspect of your life.
We're having so much fun.
We're having so much fun. No, I'm truly
I
having
look
so much
forward
fun.
to this hour.
Me too. Joey, it's like the hour I get to look in your beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah.
If you are joining us, thank you. If you've been calling in, thank you. 1-844 Rug Chat. We just absolutely love to hear your beautiful voices and your messages. So don't stop.
It is so cool seeing everyone's comments and seeing everyone following along on the show. If you could please do us a favor right now, and whatever platform you're listening to us on, make sure you're following or you're subscribed or whatever, and leave a 5-star review. It means the world to us. It helps give all the good signals to the different platforms so that more people can hear about the show. But like, we're so excited about how it's going so far.
Yeah,
Everyone's
we've been having so
really
much
into it,
fun.
and
Yeah.
most importantly, yeah, we're loving it.
We're just loving that we're able to connect with you guys on this level. So yeah, please.
It also feels cool that we're like starting this thing from scratch. That like is kind of like we're like building this community from scratch again. Not that we already have like a massive community, obviously,
Yeah.
but like specifically for like the rug cuddle vibes.
Yeah, this
it's
feels
cool.
different.
Feels like we're making
Mhm.
a new team or something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, listening to the first 3 episodes, like we definitely go through a lot of just like randomness, but there are all those little nuggets of takeaways that even I've been taking away. I the other day was literally talking to friends about journaling.
Joey's sold on the journaling.
I haven't started yet, but
You wrote some notes after a phone call the other day with my
yeah.
prompting. But yeah, I love that you were talking to people about journaling. Yes, let's spread the journal love. But today, let's dive into, well, there's something funny that happened that I want to talk about, which is the other night when I was doing my midnight stretching, which I do. So basically, the only time that I find to do these stretches that I've been really finding to help my migraines is in the middle of the night, usually around 2 a.m. So
Kate's been a chronic migrainer for a while now, and we've been like struggling to figure out why, but we feel like you figured it out.
I
right?
feel like I figured it out. I really do feel like I have servogenic migraines, meaning it's stemming from like old injuries in my neck and nerve compression, blah, blah. So if I do these stretches every night, I find a lot of relief. But anyways, that's not the funny story. The funny story is I was doing this, and then I heard this weird like snapping sound. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know. So I kept stretching, and then I heard it again. And it was in the room that's right next to our bedroom. And I was like, that's weird. I don't know what that snapping sound is. It was like a windy night, yeah, but it wasn't like an outside noise. It was in the room next to us. And so I leapt off the wall with my lacrosse ball in hand because I was using it to work on a knot in my traps, ran over to Joey in bed who had his giant mouth tape on. And I said, Joey. And of course we co-sleep with our kids. So I had to whisper really quietly in his ear, I heard a weird snapping noise. I don't know what it is. It's either like electrical or someone's in there. And so he gets up, rips his mouth tape off like the noble warrior he is, and goes and like flicks on the hallway light, but then he's like looking around for something to grab, and what does he grab from the basket that is holding the door open to the nursery?
I grabbed a 3-book collection of Amelia Bedelia. Well, you know, if there's an intruder in the house, I just feel like I have to have
a weapon.
at least something to like throw at the person.
And this was like the heaviest book in this basket of books because it was like a 3 or 4 book.
Well, the funniest thing is I wasn't even
Collection
really
of Amelia.
thinking about it. Like I just grabbed something and
And he's stalking
then
through
I
the house
went
in
through the
his
house,
underwear
and-
with Amelia Bedelia.
yeah, and of course there was no one in our house.
I mean, I feel like there's an Amelia Bedelia joke in there because her whole thing is like weird puns. What would she like or like grab a steak to stab someone
And she grabs like a ribeye.
she'd grab a ribeye
Yeah.
from the yeah.
Anyways, this is one of the funny things about being like the dad, I guess, just because I'm default the biggest, that like I am who has to deal with like this is not the first time this has happened where I get woken up in the middle of the night. There's a sound. Something's going on. And then like what really am I gonna do? Like the amount of times I've gone out into the house at night with something in my hand. I should have taken a lacrosse ball. At least I could like speed pitch it at someone. That's actually a good idea.
mean-
I have this thought all the time. What is a weapon I could have in the bedroom that isn't a gun? Because I
God
don't want a
forbid.
gun with
No,
a kid,
we
2
don't-
kids. You know, at one point I think when we lived in LA, I had a knife in the
You did-
drawer.
Oh,
But
yeek.
like
No,
that's the same thing
too
with kids.
sketch,
Yeah. I had a baseball bat in LA, which we did have. We did get broken
I
in
do have
LA.
my fascia blaster in the bedroom. That's like a long rod with like spikes on it. I feel like
If
that
I
would
went with
look-
like a fascia blaster in
Yeah.
one hand and a lacrosse ball in the other hand, I could
I think
definitely.
Amelia Bedelia is better than the lacrosse ball.
But what was I
honestly.
going to do? Like take out each individual book and like ninja star them at him?
I
Take
don't
that!
know.
Boom! Amelia Bedelia! Yeah!
But Joey does take this seriously because I heard him opening all the closets and checking in the shower
Oh, no, I mean, my
stall.
again, this happens a lot.
Not a lot. Excuse me.
At least 3 or 4 times a year.
No.
But my pulse does go up because I'm like, okay, I am the one who has to defend the family physically right now.
I mean, I'm fierce. I would definitely.
You probably
poke
would
someone's
ultimately be a
eyeballs
better
out.
person to confront a criminal because I would probably go, ah! And like jump up in the corner and you would be like, get out of my house! I'm a rage mama! Ah!
My Italian temper would kick in. One question I wanted to ask you, because when obviously we've released the first episode and in it I talked about my insecurity,
Uh-huh.
but I realized like I answered that question, but you didn't answer. What is your greatest insecurity and how are you dealing with it?
Oof. I mean, I've had a lot of like imposter syndrome lately.
Will you
Um,
define that for people who don't know what that is?
Well, imposter syndrome is when you think like you don't have the right to be doing what you're doing because you're not
You're
actually
not as good as you think, as you.
would need to be to assume that role or whatever. Yeah.
It's like just a lot of self-doubt,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. I think we've just been we've been having so many things going on, and then like in business and stuff, and then that combined with raising 2 young kids, it feels like there's no time and only room for error. It's like it feels like with the amount of decisions that are being made around different subjects and things, whatever, it's just like I just have been having these moments of like, maybe I'm not good at handling all of these things that I'm trying to like act like I'm good at or can handle. Business
management,
to family stuff to it's everything. But
You are really good at so many things. Joey has this ability to learn about any subject he wants to learn about and be.
yeah, but I think that I'm just such a control freak that I end up wearing so many hats that sometimes I go like, man, what if I just had one job in life?
Well, for all you entrepreneurs out there, that's definitely our biggest Achilles heel in our business is learning how to delegate and not trying to do every single job.
Yeah, so my insecurity is that I'm not good at every single job. And you know what? It's probably a valid insecurity. So 2026, stop trying to do that, Joey.
Okay, that's good. All right, well, let's get into our DMs.
I've opened your phone before. It's not an algorithm that I want to live in.
You sent me something that marks a moment in time for
What?
2 adults. And that is when your significant other sends you a DM from Yahoo Finance titled Americans purchased 300,900 and the blah, 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 thousand minivans. in
Oh,
2025.
about the surge in minivans, yeah.
Yes, because he, I guess, is hinting that we.
Well, no, I mean we've been
a minivan.
now as a family of 4, we've been renting minivans when we go
on trips. When we went to LA for like a month to film OMG, we're coming over with Lance Bass and Tabitha Brown and Reza and Pooja. We rented a Kia minivan.
The Carnival, yeah, we've been doing it. We've done it multiple times,
great.
and we've always been big SUV people. But then we were like, I guess technically
in
minivans.
Portland we rented a minivan.
Yeah,
too.
minivans have technically more space than SUVs because they're lower. I don't like driving them as much, but
So right now we have a Ford Expedition and a Toyota RAV4.
right, which we want to get rid of the RAV4 because it actually doesn't have a ton of space in it. You would think it would, but it doesn't. And so my thinking is maybe we get a minivan. So we have like our big SUV and a minivan. I don't want a minivan, but it's like practical.
We need a practical car because not only kid-wise, but also like hauling stuff. I mean, just the nature of our work, we're always shoving like rugs or chairs or couches in our car. And the Ford's been great for that. But anyways, I guess we're getting a minivan.
No,
Wow.
I don't know that. I think I'm probably going to get a Rivian, or
Oh, well,
maybe we'll
that's-
get a Rivian. But
A whole thing of like having a car as like a
I
status
hate car
symbol.
shopping, by the way.
Yeah, we've never been one to like want like flashy cars. Like even growing up in LA, like that was like a status symbol because everyone drives like
I mean, I want flashy cars. I want a Cadillac
Escalade.
IQ Escalade.
Oh.
Yeah, the electric, but like it's so expensive. I want flashy cars. I just never think they're reasonable purchases.
Well, I guess I just mean that we don't really attach like a lot of ego to our car.
Yeah, I think I won't be super stoked about driving a minivan. So I don't know if we'll actually pull that trigger. But
Okay, well that's what we DM'd each other about the minivan.
I thought something that was interesting that I DM'd you about. I feel like we've had a couple DMs about this, but like the a proud moment as a millennial, maybe that we're officially like the smartest generation because every generation has become smarter and smarter and smarter, and then Gen Z is the first generation that basically is not as smart, and they're attributing it to use of technology in the classroom.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
I know. Yeah, we DM'd back and forth about that. It was like that guy who was presenting, I think, to Congress or
Yeah.
something. He was a teacher and now a neurologist who, yeah, they've studied that screens have such an adverse effect on
I mean, basically, the
attention
summary
span.
was that humans were evolved to learn from other humans, and so even though the screen seems like a great way to teach maybe faster or using AI, you can cut through whatever. It's like there's something about the lack of you learning it from another person that makes it a
Not-
shallower education or whatever. Plus,
Yeah.
like no one learns how to like write, and we just talked about in the last episode how like handwriting is linked to
memory,
cognitive
Yeah.
longevity,
Mhm.
and no one knows how to do math. I mean, like I remember when we were kids, everyone was like, "Oh, calculators are going to ruin it for everyone," which they didn't really. But now it's like,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's the same thing. I
in
guess kinda,
Waldorf,
yeah.
like, yeah, they held back the calculators.
Anyways,
for a
point
while.
is, this is more just kudos to millennials because I guess we're officially the smartest generation.
Yeah.
And
Yay.
and Gen Zers, sorry, or I mean, really, and Gen Alphas before
Well,
Gen
yeah,
Z, right?
and our kids.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we got to really
Any
work
parents out there, yeah, let's work to
Let's
reverse that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I saw an
What?
interesting comment on that one
Yeah.
from an art teacher who was like, I'm an art teacher in a grade school, and I was asked to teach art class on an iPad. I was asked to, so they didn't have to use supplies. They asked to let people draw, have her teach the art class with their kids drawing, and she was like horrified. And I feel like that's like an obvious like no, they got to
No, I
use hands and
know.
which also made me think of Moon, who's in a Waldorf school. I went to a public school, so even though I'm a millennial generation, I still was very sort of like streamlined in my education, and I was explaining to him the difference between like public school and private
Yeah.
school and how there's like different rules, or not different rules. There's a different way that they like teach in public school, and how most kids go to public school and they have the same education because it's all, has to be, it all has to match
it's
each
a
other because it's a
system.
system that's
Yeah.
paid for by the government.
Yeah.
And he said, well, how come our school doesn't get arrested? And I was like,
For
oh,
doing it differently.
well, they don't have to. It's a private school, but they still have to like, follow certain benchmarks to make sure they're actually teaching. And then he thought for a second. He goes, so do you know how to knit? Because he's in a Waldorf school. So they're like
Which
first
he
graders
knows
who
how to
like,
knit.
they spend like an hour a day knitting.
Not every day, but yes, like twice a week, I think.
And the answer was, no, I don't.
No, Joey does not know how to knit, and Moon has knit a kitty, a turtle, and a chicken. So, yes, thank you, Waldorf. And Joey, we got to teach you how to knit.
Yeah.
That might be what can relax you.
I honestly think a lack of using my
Yeah, let's get you. Well,
hands. I'm
hello,
so, like,
an
a
analog
computer
cart.
person
We'll
now.
build you an analog cart.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah, update them with the analog cart. I'm loving it. It's kind of turned mostly into our journaling cart, but like we're using it, rolling it wherever we're using our journaling stuff. So if you haven't checked that out, that was in the first episode, and then I posted some videos on Instagram of it.
Anyways, let's get into some calls.
Calls. All right, so you called 1-844-RUG chat, and thank you so much for doing so.
We're loving listening.
We love it so much, and
We listen to every message.
absolutely. We want to hear all of your lovely voices, and trust me, it's hard to pick which call we're going to answer and play because there's so many. So if you have called and we haven't chosen your call, thank you for calling. Just know that we have listened and we appreciate you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Hi, my name is Addie. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And I was just wondering what the craziest part of growing up on YouTube has been like. Not that you've grown up on YouTube because you weren't really a kid when you started, but I've grown up watching them.
Aw.
So, yeah, love y'all.
Oh my gosh, she's 20
Thank
and
you,
she grew
Addie.
up watching us. That means she was like 5 when she started watching us, maybe. How adorable. I love it. Thank you so much for your call. And
I mean,
your
it's so funny.
question.
It's such a valid question, but it's also, I feel like I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years.
What?
I
No,
know.
I feel like I've been doing it for a while.
How long have you actually been doing it? Since 2000. When did we start the channel?
2009 or 2010. Yeah.
So 16 years,
Yeah. So
17 years.
she's 20 years old.
She started watching us when she was 3.
I don't know if she started then, but we would have been wholesome enough to watch, I guess. Although I did, just speaking of growing up, I have not watched back some of our old videos in forever, but you the other day showed Moon one of me doing like prom outfits where you were like my date. I used to do a lot more like skits in the early videos. Like, I don't know, I guess incorporating like acting and just being weird and fun.
It was like you were doing like a weird mix of like SNL and DIY or something.
Yeah. And then I showed him another one the other day that was me playing like 4 different British characters making Mother's Day candles. And at the end, I come in as this like little Cockney boy. Hello, Mum. With like hat on. And he's like, who's that? I was like, it's me. It's your mother. It was definitely, I think, when we were really into Downton Abbey. And I was just pretending to be. Okay. Anyways, so.
What was it like growing up?
What
on
was it
YouTube?
like growing up? Well, this is such a good question because I think this applies so much also to like just aging on camera and stuff. Like when I was younger and you know wanted to do acting, I decided I also wanted to go to film school because I wanted to like YouTube wasn't a thing when I was in college. That's how old I am. So I wasn't like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. I was like, I want to be an actress, but then I want to become a director or a producer. Ultimately in film school, I decided I want to do like art direction or something more of like, you know, production design kind of thing because I didn't want to age on camera. Like I grew up in LA, you know, my dad was in show business my whole life. My mom was in and out of show business as well. She was an actress in her early years. So I really saw how damaging like Hollywood can be, and obviously in particular to women. Aging on camera, like Hollywood is a cruel machine to women, and you can't, it's like you can't age normally, but then they get plastic surgery, and then they get, chastised for getting plastic surgery. And so there's just like no way to do it right. And I think it's terrible. So anyways, I didn't want to put myself through that. So I was like, I'll be an actress while I'm young and it's fun and whatever. And then I'll be like behind the camera enjoying life and aging normally.
But instead
I became a YouTuber and I've been doing it now for the last however many years. And in speaking, like first episode, we were talking about my insecurity and, postpartum body and all this stuff. I mean, it's so crazy because I literally have 16 years worth of video of me and photos of me in every version of my body, of how I've looked, what color hair, what everything, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty crazy. And now that I'm 42 years old and, still doing it, I mean, I've just had to learn how to just embrace every stage, I guess.
Well, also it's different because you've been in control the whole journey, which is like what's nice about it versus being an actress. It's like someone's judging whether or not you are good enough to be in this thing.
Absolutely.
And a lot of that comes down to how you look,
Yep.
Whereas with, being a YouTuber, it's like really you just kind of are, you get to put out whatever you want to put out.
Well, yeah. And I kind of feel like, do I watch, the videos and go, oh my gosh, I wish I looked different? Yeah, of course. Like that's the whole part of insecurity, right? But no, I don't do it enough to not put them out. I'm like, this is my reality. Like I was saying before, I'm in a sisterhood of plenty of fellow moms who, are in postpartum bodies and 40-year-old bodies, whatever. And I am now taking it as like, I don't know, a badge of honor to be able to just portray what I really look like.
Yeah, but I think it was cool because it was like being a part of this, like we were literally a part of the rise of the creator.
Yeah.
Right. And that was exciting for us. It was also like funny because at first everyone was just like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah.
And then like we knew what we were doing, but then like 10 years later, then it's like finally everyone catches on. It's like, thinks it's cool, whatever,
Well, yeah. I mean, it became the number one job that kids said they wanted to do. What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a YouTuber. Like we didn't obviously have even that reality. So
yeah,
growing up on YouTube, I'm really glad that we didn't actually grow up. Like I'm really glad we started it when we were in our late 20s, because I would not want to spend my teenage years where I'm growing into my personality and identity, like being scrutinized by people. Which we have to caveat that because obviously people might say, well, you put Moon in your videos and stuff. We're actually really like chill with him about whether or not he should be in the videos. Like we never like make him be in any of our videos.
Oh yeah, of course not.
He always, if he says like, I don't want to do that, we're like, okay. And then he's gone and doing his own thing and we're filming. So, and then as soon as, if ever, he says, I don't want to be in them at all, like that will be
it's totally his choice. Yeah.
His choice. Yeah. So, because we want to be sensitive to that. But he also, just because he doesn't consume any media, he's not really, I think, like aware of what it means to be on camera and stuff. His only experience is that people recognize us when we go out and we're like at the mall and they're like, oh my God, Mr. Kate, or hi, Moon. And he's just like, hi. But he's used to it. It's been happening since he was born. So,
yeah. Well, I think the big shift that happened for creators that is kind of like bad was like when we first started as YouTubers and kind of riding that wave, you'd basically create a community.
Yeah.
And you would make stuff and share that with your community. There was no algorithm.
Right.
And now there's an algorithm.
That makes the choice for you.
It's almost like you're going back to this like concept of being judged.
Oh.
And like you're constantly just stressed about like, is this going to work with the algorithm? If I do, maybe I got to twist it to be like this so we get more love from the algorithm.
Yeah.
It's just this like extra pressure that's kind of gross. So I would not want to be like starting out as a creator right now because I think it would just make me too crazy.
You know what I was thinking when you were saying the algorithm, it makes me feel more like we're working for the man, so to speak. Like, if you really examine it, we create content for these big platforms that are owned by whoever, Blackstone or whatever the heck they're called, right? Like everything's owned by like one conglomerate. And so like with it being an algorithm, like you're saying, it makes me feel more like a pawn in this machine, which is less like what it felt like when we first started.
Yeah,
and
you're
it
just
was
like, just let me talk to my people.
Let me make a chair out of sticks that we found on the side of the road because I know there's people out there that are going to love it.
Yeah.
But no, we're so lucky that we still have that sense of community, I think, with people, which is why we're doing this podcast, honestly. Like, it's breaking us out of the algorithm slog, I think.
The whole point of us doing this is because, like, we're sick of the algorithm. We're sick of the AI. We're sick of all that stuff. And, you know, we just want to, like, be able to
be
real and talk with you guys and talk about real stuff. And,
Should we do one other quick call?
Sure.
Hi, Kate and Joey. This is such a surreal moment to be leaving you guys a message for your new podcast. My name's Megan, and I've been a creative weirdo for many years now. From watching you guys design your first home to expanding your family and now creating the podcast, I'm so excited for you both. My question is, what's a trend you secretly hope fades away, and what one do you think people unfairly dislike? Love you guys. See you.
See you. Thanks, Megan.
Megan, creative weirdo. Love you. Okay, this is always a challenge for me because I don't usually design like as much in the trends per se because I love to design for people's personalities, right? And I feel like your personality doesn't follow the trends. There can be things that, you know, speak to you, but I've seen that people are saying like away with the open floor plan. Like obviously every house went like open floor plan, took away all the walls to the kitchen and now people are like closing in their rooms again. Like it's so funny how the trends just go like back and forth. I'm slightly hesitant about that because personally I like our open floor plan, especially with the kitchen open to the living room.
Well, especially with kids.
To the playroom. That's what I was going to say. Like when we're cooking dinner and we can hear Moon, you know, in his playroom, like around, because he's just around the corner, essentially, because it's all open. I like that. So I'm not going to jump yet on the bandwagon of closing up all the open floor.
Agree. I actually had a nightmare last night that we were living in a house where the dining room was just like its own little room. And that was what
that
my
was your nightmare
was. So yes, I'm obviously all for still open concept.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys so much for calling in.
Thank you.
And keep the calls coming. We're so enjoying them.
Yes.
Stories, questions, whatever.
Love it. 1-844 rec chat. Well, these renovation questions actually will pertain to the Creative Spark a little bit. These design questions. Should we get into it?
Yep.
Creativity is not a skill, it's a way of life.
Okay, so the Creative Spark is where I share something that's inspiring me creatively this week.
Yeah.
And
What's in your brain?
in my brain is something, a discussion, a motivation around bathrooms.
Okay.
Treating your bathroom as a room. I saw this TikTok from this woman. I wrote her name down. Sarah Parker Interiors is her account. And she basically posted about that, like treating your bathroom like it's a room instead of a bathroom, like rather than getting the pre-made, you know, vinyl shower curtains and the set of like the toothbrush holder that matches the tissue cover, blah, blah, or like the bath mats. Instead, you know, use a vintage rug, a little cute rug. You know, you could use real curtains as the shower curtain, obviously with a liner on the inside. And, you know, putting up pictures on the walls, just really treating it like a room, which I love this, especially as a mom. I'm always bringing it back to being a mom. But, like, that is a moment where I get to be solo and, like,
I honestly think the bathroom is like one of the most important spaces you design in your house because, like, people phone it in, but, like, that is the place where you are
with yourself,
staring,
and
staring at the room, and yeah, it's like you
sitting
want that
on the toilet, looking around.
you want to wake up in the morning, go into that room, and be like, this is awesome,
Yeah. And it's so easy and so affordable for people. Like, you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of new stuff. Like, look around your house, see if there's a cute little wooden side table that you can bring into your bathroom instead. Have it, near your toilet if you have enough room, obviously. Like, I have that right now. I took out the rolling cart that had my postpartum stuff on it to make it into the analog cart. And I replaced it with this cute little wood side table that we have. And on it, I have a basket with like extra diapers and a cute arrangement of toilet paper and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it just makes me happy. I love Pothos. It's so hard to kill. They love bathrooms. I have one in my bathroom. You can put them in a plant hanger. You can put them on your countertop. You only need to water them like once a week. They love the moisture of a bathroom, and just having a plant in your bathroom, a living thing in there, is so great. I do love a vintage rug. People in the comments were giving this Sarah lady so much flack about like mold or moisture or mildew. But let me caveat that, because the way that we do it, because we did this in our Ohana and we live in Hawaii, which has so much moisture. If you go on Etsy, my absolute favorite place to find vintage rugs, you type in like vintage Turkish or vintage Moroccan, they are all 100% wool rugs. And wool is such a wonderful material. It's like antimicrobial. It's really easy to clean when you need to, put it out in the sunshine every couple of weeks or whatever. It is so durable too. So, and you can find the cutest little sizes for these rugs. I totally agree about, not matching your accessories on your countertops. Go to the Goodwill, pick out like a cute glass thing, a cute ceramic thing. Maybe you have a little marble tray, mix and match, something metal. Put your toothbrush in like a really cool glass instead of like a grody toothbrush holder.
Think of your bathroom as another room and say, what's a cool room look like? Don't say, what's a cool bathroom look like?
Totally.
And your biggest friend in a bathroom is ventilation. So just make sure you have a good ventilation plan, and then you can do whatever you want in there.
I mean, I will just say this, and I feel like other people can attest to this as well, and certainly parents. Going number 2 is like a little bit of like a sacred time, because you get to hopefully be away from your kids unless they're torturing you while that's happening. But if you're sitting there with like cute surroundings, you deserve a pleasurable poo. Yes. Great.
Okay, great.
That's the creative spark.
Also known as the creative fart.
Joey. Okay, let's call my sister.
Okay.
I'm a hot old maid.
Hello.
Hello. Ooh.
Hi.
She's got the
Hi,
hair back.
guys.
She's wearing the oversized sweatshirt I got from Amazon that looks so good on her.
My favorite sweatshirt.
Really?
It may or may not be the second day in a row I've been wearing this sweatshirt.
Love.
We're in a judgment-free zone, guys.
No. You're wearing a shirt under it. You can wear sweatshirts twice in a row. So we were saying that this is our first episode. We're recording that since the first episode of the podcast came out. So we now all have seen comments and everything. I saw you replying to some too, which was so sweet.
But yeah, there was a girl who posted a better answer to the question that Joey had asked me.
Which was
Which was, why are you 36 and single?
Yeah, why are you 36 and single?
Well, she said, I'm 38 and single. It's not a decision, it's just life. And I thought that was just a great answer.
Yeah, it's not a choice. It's just what happened.
I was actually thinking about something that I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot, so you can say cut. Don't do it. I don't want to talk about it. But because we're talking about your love
No,
life.
I'm just kidding.
The real tea of Tess and being 36 and single is you were engaged to be married.
Oh, yes. Wow. Yes, I was.
Can we go there?
Back.
Yeah, we can go there. Yeah.
What's that story?
Well, it's pretty simple. I was dating someone and they proposed.
And you said yes.
I said yes, but it wasn't something that we had discussed. talked about in
Oh.
any way. Like, it was a complete surprise.
I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually freaked out first and then didn't say yes. And then, like, after 10 minutes, the person was like,
you gave the no
is
yes.
that a yes or a no?
That's harsh, yeah.
Wait,
Not that
yeah,
it's harsh, but
how
that's-
old are you
that's
then,
hard.
though? I forget.
It was maybe, I was like 27.
27, the return of Saturn. That when people hit
Sure.
27 astrologically, there's the return of Saturn, which is where like some crazy a big change happens in your life around 27.
But you so
Anyways.
you didn't say yes.
Well, no, I said yes after a while. Like 15 minutes.
After like a very poignant pause.
After,
Was it like-
after like, oh my God, what are you doing? Are you serious? What is this?
What was your yes? Like what was like?
Well, at first I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like, oh, that. And then
Get up,
when
get
he was
up,
like,
get off your
he was
knees.
like, is this a yes? I was like, oh my God, of course. Yes, of course. Sorry.
Sorry.
We were on a trip to Europe and it was at the end of the trip.
Oh.
And apparently he had like planned to do it at like different junctures, but then didn't get around to it until like we were at the last hotel. So it was very sort of random.
Like, oh, by the way, I have this ring. Will you?
Yeah,
marry me?
exactly.
And then you were engaged for a while.
Yeah, we were engaged for a while until we broke up.
Well, I
But-
think that's an interesting detail because it's not as if you've been consistently single until 36. You've been very much the opposite in the sense that you were engaged.
Yeah.
I always said I wanted to be like Elizabeth Taylor and get engaged 7 times.
Oh.
So I have
Well, you
one
better
under
get
my
on
belt.
that.
I know, I have one under my belt. I'll every year going
Wait,
forward.
what happened with the ring? I see. It's like I can't remember. This is now how many years you gave
Okay,
it
well,
back?
the ring is. Do we want to go
Oh.
into the ring? We can go into the ring.
Oh yeah. This is a good tea. Now I remember. Gosh, all these details are flooding back. Yes, talk about the ring.
All right, well, which ring? Which
Yeah.
is really the thing.
Yeah.
So when the proposal happened, it was with a ring that was not what I was picturing.
Not
that I had
approved.
really
Not
pictured anything,
approved.
but it was like it was a giant cocktail ring essentially.
Oh my
And
god.
so not only was I not expecting it,
Which is
I
so not
was-
Tess, because Tess's
No.
style is very much more like understated. Like I'm like the wild,
When you
Yeah,
say a cocktail
one
ring, you
and
mean like a
Tess's.
big rock.
yeah, like a big stone. Mm-hmm.
no, it wasn't a big. It was like a
Oh, just a bauble.
cupcake. Like it was like a bunch of small stones that was like a cone.
Mm.
That caught on all the clothing and stuff. And I wear sweatpants and t-shirts. So, I mean, I just felt a little overdressed.
Got it.
I guess
got
you could
it.
say.
Mm-hmm.
So then I panicked when I got to Paris, which is where we ended up on this trip. I panicked and I went around and I actually bought myself a ring, a second ring that I was like, okay, this can be the date. This can be like the one I wear every day.
How did you explain to him that you were buying a different ring?
Well, he knew me pretty well and he knew I was like, I can't wear this every day, so I need to buy another ring.
She
This
knows
is too
her
much.
boundaries. Her
Yeah, and then there
boundaries.
ended up being another ring after the fact because we realized that the first two I guess I kind of ruined it.
Got it. So he
You
then
ruined
surprised you with
it by saying that you needed to buy a new ring. So then he was like, okay, so now I got to get another ring to try
Yeah,
to
and the
one
third
up.
ring was beautiful. It was beautiful, but at that point it was like it kind of lost its luster, no pun intended. The whole ring
Just
thing. So if I
the
were to
ring
ever
and
if
the
I were to ever
relationship.
do it again.
So by the third ring, you're like, you know what? I kind of decided I just am not going to wear a ring.
Yeah, actually let's break up.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. Forget this whole thing.
That
But I
is
did
amazing.
give the rings back. The rings
Yes.
back.
The
If
ones that
that-
he bought, not the one you bought.
No, I still have the one I bought.
Oh,
But
you
I'm
still
like, what do I
have
do?
it? Do you wear it?
No, it's sitting in my jewelry box. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
You're
like
saving it
looking
for
at
the
it.
right next guy
Maybe if
to
there's
then
anyone who wants
say,
a
by the way, this is the
ring-
ring we should use.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe just
If
sell
everyone
it on
anyone
like,
wants my
Poshmark.
second
Yeah.
panic purchase engagement ring.
I feel like it's gonna need to be cleansed and charged because there's a big old story attached.
You know
to
what's
it.
crazy is that me and Kate never
Mhm.
even got each other wedding rings.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
You were so anti
didn't
them.
even want to get married.
You were anti all of it.
Yeah. Not because I wasn't fond of you.
Yeah.
I just
and then like maybe like a year or two ago, Kate and Moon got me
Moon.
this ring.
Oh.
I think just probably because Moon probably picked it out on Amazon or something.
No,
and I was
it's
like,
not from Amazon.
and when I got it,
it's
I was
from
like,
Etsy, and it has meteorite in it.
I know, but I'm saying it's not like a fancy ring.
No.
And you didn't get me with. But as soon as I got it, I was like, a wedding ring, and I wear it. Although I
mean,
wear it
we
on
all
the
know,
wrong finger.
Joey, you're way more romantic than Kate is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way more traditional than I am.
But
And
he
he-
would have gotten married and had a wedding and blah, blah, blah.
For sure. I remember you talking about how you wanted to like fly down the aisle or something. That was
Fly?
red flag. I don't know. I think it was like maybe like circus trapeze related or something. And I was like, ooh, definitely not. No.
Yeah.
We
well,
got married
yeah.
at the courthouse.
If we were gonna have a wedding, like a real wedding, I would want it to be special.
Which meanwhile, the guy doesn't traditionally even walk down the aisle like with any.
That's true. That's true. Thanks for pointing that out, Kate. That's important.
But what, we ended up getting tattoos instead of doing wedding rings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
which is
guess.
fun.
Yeah.
And then you ended up getting Kate a ring later.
Yes.
for her push present for her first baby, for our first baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a diamond ring, and I mean right now I'm wearing it on my left finger. If you're watching on video,
Is that your wedding
here's
ring? Is
yeah,
your-
But I switch it. I like alternate
Yeah.
fingers. I wear it on my thumb too.
Sorry, I just spit everywhere.
Wait, it's funny. I wear it on my thumb.
Why do you wear it on your thumb? Well, it's funny because it's like it
How
looks
can
like
you
an
wear it on
engagement
all
ring
those
with
different
a
fingers?
diamond.
I know it's really weird that my ring finger is the same size as my thumb. Anyone else out there like that?
That means you're psychic, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we marriage. This whole the Albrecht sisters are a little wonky when it comes to.
Yeah, we're drama. We're just a bunch of drama.
We're difficult. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, well, we could talk a little bit about books. We've delved into Tess's personal life, but books. We have gotten some interesting comments, I would say, around our romanticy.
What were they? I want to.
addiction.
What was the?
Well, no,
What
I
was the
think
response?
it's really split, right? It's like there's a lot of you listeners out there are, on the same or similar journey that Tess and I are on, where we love these books and we found a community and a camaraderie and a delight in them.
Absolutely.
And then there's people who are like, they're gross
WTF.
and perverse, and what are you guys doing? And you're polluting your minds, and poor
Fair.
poor
Fair.
Joey. So we,
I don't think there was. I think it was more just some people were
concerned.
No. Well, sure, fine, but I think most it was just like, yeah, not my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Which is
fast
totally
forward.
fine. And I'm glad that we talked last episode about like the correlation between it being more like sports for guys as opposed to, because I saw some comments where it's like, oh my gosh, you're like, it's basically like sharing awkward corn experiences, when really I would say it's more so.
Well, I think that's
Yeah.
the movement, right? Is that basically everyone's like, why is this is fine to talk about?
Yeah, and I think that's the whole thing. I think, I mentioned heated rivalry in literally every episode, but like that's the thing, that's brought it to the forefront is just how much, what women are into and what women really like has for so long not been prioritized in entertainment. And this is like such a liberation for women to really just say, like, I like these stories. Like, yeah, I like romantic stories, but I like when they go to the degree of spiciness that, I get a payoff. It's not just like a kiss and cut,
Right.
Yeah, I think
Um,
anyone who is a fan of this genre of book knows that it's not just about the corn or the spice or
Yes,
whatever. It's just a
exactly.
good, exciting story
Yeah,
and like
or
a
just
fun
admit it,
community.
you guys are trying to taint the minds of all of the innocent
No.
people out there.
I am actually.
No, we definitely want to liberate as opposed to taint. And I would say that the books that Tess and I are the most fond of are the ones where the spice payoff comes after a lot of like character development. Like I definitely have realized this now, even lately, so much. I am a slow burn girly. Like I just am. I don't like when the books from jump dive into the spice too much because it's just too much
Agree.
too soon. I'm not emotionally invested in the characters. Like I want to know the backstory. I want to know the tension. I want them to like, you know, maybe hate each other before they like each other kind of thing. We love an enemies to lovers or whatever. I just want the tension so that the spice is just that much more delicious when it happens.
That being said, a little
Mhm.
caveat
Mhm,
is we're
mhm.
open to maybe like a little opening scene or maybe just
Oh.
some sort of like if when we talk about tension build, like maybe there's a little touching.
Oh yeah, well of course.
They don't
Well,
have
we
to go
can-
all the way.
No,
but
yes. Like a first base, second base, third base situation. We're dating these people.
Which
along.
actually kind of is a good segue to the book I'm reading now.
Oh yeah, what?
It's one
Okay.
of your favorites on your list. I was all about like The Captive Prince captivated me.
Oh,
So
my
obsessed with
gosh.
it.
So
So I
obsessed.
went to The Jock, which is another
Oh.
MM
Yes.
about on their mail on mail about a
Football player.
was he defense? I don't even know what his position in the football game is,
Whatever.
but he's a college
defensive
football player.
Man.
Yeah,
Defensive-
who like meets a guy at school on study
Because
abroad.
wait, so you're reading
whatever.
The Jock. Which
No, so I
have you
finished The Jock, and now I'm reading The Quarterback.
Oh.
But to circle it back to why this is so interesting
Yeah.
about like the slow burn, like the previous story was about two college kids, so it's the
Mhm.
quarterback on the same football team, and then one of the kids' dads.
Dads. Yeah.
Pass.
But he wasn't gay.
Pass.
Well, it was a
Guys,
bi
did you like my
awakening.
pun?
I guess.
Did you like
so.
my
Oh,
pun?
pass. Yeah, okay, great. But so there's the taboo element of him being the dad, but it's such a sweet story and
Such a glossed over statement.
it was
Not his dad. They're not related.
no, it's not incest. It's
Okay,
just like
but
an
it's
age
still-
difference.
Wait, can we circle back to your engagement? Because there was an age gap there too, right?
Oh,
There was an age gap. It was I think 18 and a half years.
No wonder.
Daddy
you like this genre.
issues. No.
Well, we could talk about the age gap thing next episode.
Okay, but I just
Okay.
want to get so you like The Jock and The Quarterback?
I gave The Jock a 4.5. I know you gave it a
Mhm.
5.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't follow like a normal storyline, I felt,
Yeah.
because they ended up like together for most of it, which isn't usually a thing. Like they solved whatever issue they had very early.
Yep.
And then also I don't want to give any spoilers, so whatever, but everyone eventually comes out, right, in these stories. I thought that the reactions to them coming out was very unfair. Like
Well, I know, but that
It
was
didn't
like
make
the
any sense.
drama, right?
I know, but it didn't make sense. Like everyone like he was ravaged by his friends and the public, and it was like it was
It was sad.
a lot.
But I have to say these two books that she's talking about, they're written by a gay guy. So
Beautiful writing.
yeah,
Love it.
which I think is really interesting because he's Tal Bauer. I love him. But those are the only MM books that I've read that are written by a homosexual guy instead of the other ones that are written by women.
Randomly, I would say like almost more romantic, I felt.
Yeah. It's funny because I just saw Jacob Tierney, like a clip on Instagram of Jacob Tierney, who's the creator, showrunner
Of Heated Rivalry.
Heated
Yeah.
Rivalry, and he was talking about, like just his like couple critiques on women's writing of gay relationships because so many of these books are written by
Ooh.
women. Yeah, I DM'd it to you, Tess, but he's like, just had to jump in about like a couple of the. I'm not gonna talk about it because like a more risque
Okay,
thing,
okay.
but I do
Logistical.
Yeah, logistical situations that he is like, no, actually we do it like this. So anyways, I could link to that.
What are you reading, Joey?
Oh, thank you for asking. I'm actually reading a very not in my normal flow, I don't think, but it may be actually interesting to you guys. And I think the reason I must have gotten advertised it or something because of the fact that I have downloaded and read like the ACOTAR and so it's not like
you've and also people need to know that you've read Fourth Wing because some people were commenting about it. And
yeah. So
you've read Fourth Wing, and
so
you
my
liked
algorithm is very confused on my Kindle. I think
I'll say
because it's like
elderly care and
yeah.
Or
So I don't know
sex.
where this fits in, but it's like it's I think it's called like something like The Life of Addie LaRue or something like that. Have you heard of that?
Ooh, it sounds familiar,
Let me
but
make
no, I
sure.
don't.
It's about a lady in like the 1700s who is supposed to get married and then makes a deal with like one of the gods in the night, which she was like always told she should never make a deal with the god in the night.
What are you reading?
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And basically she is always forgotten but never dies until she finally agrees that she's done living and then she has to go like live with the devil or something. I don't know. So it's kind
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. It was just it's had such
Fun.
a good amount of reviews and like
Is it? Yeah, fun.
I'm not. You know what? I don't know. I
actually
might
feel like you might
DNF
like
it,
it.
but
Okay, Joey.
but it's interesting so far.
Okay.
Basically, anytime someone leaves the room, they forget who she is, and she's lived now. So it like bounces back between modern time and the 1700s, and
You know
I
what?
don't know.
I get it.
She's
I'm-
in
I
she's
can relate
in
to that.
she's in relationships. I don't know. I feel like you guys might actually like it, but maybe not. I don't think there's. I'm hopeful that there's no spice.
Such a
But I
different
just had to
journey.
jump onto something much softer after because I finished Complications by Atul
Softer?
Gawande,
Yeah, okay.
and I was like, okay, I need some kind of just palate cleanser.
Fiction.
A
Yeah.
woman
Yeah.
that gets abducted by the devil.
Yeah.
Soft.
Wow.
Soft.
Something lighter. Well, lovely. Okay, I'll end this
Yeah.
with my book because oof,
Ooh.
the plot of my book is it's not a 5-star. I already know it's not a 5-star because it's actually not slow burn enough for me.
Ooh.
It is an MM book and it's called Far from Neverland.
Ooh,
And it is
Peter.
yes, Peter Pan leaves Neverland. He grows up, okay? And he then reunites with Hook and they have a love affair.
No, are you kidding me?
Oh my
It's enemies.
gosh.
It's enemies.
You are
Like literally
deep in
the most
barrel.
enemies to lovers that you get. How does
Yeah,
he get
enemies
past
to
the
lovers because
hand?
hello,
Are those
like-
the actual characters?
Yes, because Peter Pan had cut off Hook's hand.
And now
the
he has a
reason-
hook,
Now, why he has a hook
which
is because
actually could
kinky.
be a
Yes,
thing.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, well, TT, we love you. Thank
Love
you
you guys.
for sharing.
Can you
and
share?
bearing.
Can you send us a picture of the ring that you still have so we can post it on the Rug Cuddle Instagram?
And
No,
people
I'm not
can-
doing that actually because I don't like it. It was a panic purchase. It was an impulse purchase. The moral of the story is don't put too much weight in your ring because nobody cares.
Got
Well,
it.
yeah. Okay. I mean, I think a lot of people. care.
No, but like you wear like all those really expensive, like everyone spends so much money because they want it to,
It's
you know.
a status symbol for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's a
how many
status
carats.
symbol and like it like is financially taxing on people and you like compare it to other, blah, blah, like it should be just something for you guys, the two
Yeah.
of the people getting married.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
All right, I'll shut up. You guys go.
Okay, no, I'm gonna call you and we'll talk more about the books, like we
Yeah,
did
I want to
last
hear
weekend.
about this Captain Hook
I
character
know.
and what he's doing.
Okay.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
love you guys. Talk
Love you.
later.
Bye. Wow, that was something.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
love
not, that segment I'm not sure about. But I mean, I love talking to your sister, but the whole book thing. But I find your sister's personal life fascinating.
I know.
I just think by the time we're done with this podcast, she's going to be married to like the best guy in the world because she like
Aw.
deserves it.
Oh
And
my gosh, she deserves it. Yeah.
it's going to happen in the comments
Yeah.
and the DMs because of this show.
If you want it, if you have someone to set Tess up with.
Yeah. Call Rug Chat and have them introduce themselves.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
cute.
my gosh. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, cuddling with us on the rug. We hope you got cozy and laughed along and got inspired. And let us know what more you want us to talk about.
Yeah, and make
hear
sure
from
you hit
us.
the follow button or the subscribe button or wherever
Yep.
you do, wherever you're listening to us. And please leave us a 5-star review. If it's not
Please.
5 stars, don't leave it.
Don't bother.
Do what your mom said. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. All right, guys.
All right.
Stay
thank
creative, stay
you.
weird.
Stay cozy.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you, Joey.
Bye.
I'm Mr. K.
Well, cuddle with us.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Joey. I mean, we're gonna get weird. We're gonna get honest.
Can't believe we've been together for 20 years.
Let's talk about it. Creativity is not a skill, it's a way of life.
Come well, cuddle with us.